He bringing up old shit.
Hi there, it's the award-winning Vigatron, and it's time now to serve up another serving of old beef. But this time, though, there's also going to be a lesson that I learned about religion. We'll get into that in a second. I had never heard of Jehovah's Witnesses before, ever. And this is where I learned about how they didn't celebrate birthdays and they didn't get anything for Christmas. They didn't celebrate that either. So that's where this story starts. Now, for the sake of saving anonymity, we'll just say that this kid's name was Gary Yikes. Context would have you assume that Gary obviously grew up in a Jehovah's Witness household. I used to collect a bunch of G.I. Joes. Storm Shadow was one of my favorites, and our fourth grade teacher, Ms. Dorr, she ended up taking it, but she used to say that you could get it back at the end of the year. Of course, when I went back at the end of the year in fourth grade, it was nowhere to be found, but I'm sure you can guess what happened. All right, now by fifth grade, we had mask figures. This is one of my favorites, Condor, and that ended up coming up missing. Surprise. And then my prized possession out of my masked vehicles was Thunderhawk with the leader, Matt Tracker. Thunderhawk was extremely dope, and I got that for my birthday specifically. And I remember putting the decals on it, and I had this little rip on one of the reflectors that I put on. So I put it on there. Needless to say, that stuff came up missing because Gary used to basically wait and not go to lunch, or if there was something that he was able to miss, he was able to go in the coat room and go into people's bags and steal their stuff, to which I know for a fact that he did, because later that year he showed back up with my Thunderhawk, but the doors were missing, but that one little decal for the reflector was right there, just like I put it on. And of course he denies all of this, but he stole a bunch of other stuff too that I can't exactly recall. But yeah, unfortunately, I still have beef about this. And I'm not saying that I would want to do any harm to the dude now. I mean, we're way too old for that. But let's just say if I saw that he was in distress, I don't know that I would be that Christian to help him out. Well, thanks for going on another petty journey. I mean, I'll be back with more because, again, I'm petty. Let me know down below, what did people used to steal from you that you still just can't get over? Could be anything. Let me know.